Very good morning. This is Dr. A. Aravindan. Today we will discuss the Sustainable Construction Technology course. Today we will discuss about the common building construction method of slab. This is topic 2. So in this topic 2, we will discuss about the definition of slab, function of slab, construction process of slab, types of slab. So this topic we will discuss in today. So first, definition of slab. So the slab is flat, two-dimensional planar structural component of the building is having the very small thickness compared to the other two dimensions. So the reinforcement concrete slab are used in roof, floor, ceiling and as the decks of the bridges. So the slab may be supported by the wall or by the reinforcement concrete beams. Usually it's cast the monolithically with the slab or by structural steel beams or by the column or by the ground. So next, function of slabs. So the slab to provide the flat surface and to act the sound and heat and fire insulator. So the slab is provide the covering shelter or working the flat surface of in building. The primary function is to transfer the load by bending in one or two directions. So the upper slab it's become ceiling for the story breathed. Next, construction process of slab. So a structure is composed the several connection elements construction like walls, beam, column, foundation, slabs, etc. So out of these, slab is the utmost the importance. So it helps the other component of the building to withstand the different loads. So the concrete floor slab construction process it includes the various stages. First, assemble and erect the formwork and prepare the place reinforcement, the pouring, compacting and finishing concrete and the removal of formwork and curing concrete. So these are the four processes to involve the construction of slab. First we will discuss the assemble and erect the formwork. So the formwork it shall be the design to withstand the construction loads such as the fresh concrete and weight of the workers and operation and their machines. So the formwork it should be positioned correctly, lined and leveled, joined, sealed adequately and prevent the protruding of nails into the concrete, etc. So the site engineer should be aware the below formwork deficiencies, so it's the final slab it will be laid properly. So the poor or lack of formwork examination of during and after concrete placement to identify the uncommon deflection or other indication of possible to failure that it could be characters. So in the inadequate the nailing and bolting, welding or fastening. So the improper lateral bracing is construct the formwork it does not complete with the form drawings. So the lack of proper field inspection to ensure the form design it has to be properly inspected by the form builder. Next stage is the prepare and placement of reinforcement. Prior to the placement of reinforcement of concrete floor slab construction, to inspect and check from the confirm the dimension and location of the concrete members is confirmed to the structural plans. So added to the forms it shall be properly cleaned and oiled. The design drawing is provide the necessary reinforcement details, so it only needs the understanding to use the designed bar size, cutting is required length and it make the necessary hooks and bends. After the preparation is completed, the steel bars are placed into the position and with the provision of the specified spacing and concrete cover. So the wire are used to the tie the main reinforcement and shrinkage and temperature reinforcement. It should be known the incorrect reinforcement steel placement it can lead to the serious concrete structural failures. Next, pouring, compacting and finishing concrete. So mixing, transporting and handling of concrete it shall be the properly coordinate with the placing and finishing works. So the concrete should be deposited at or close as possible to final position in order to prevent segregations. So therefore the concrete placement in large and separate piles, then moving them horizontally into the final position, it shall be prevented. Moreover, the site engineer shall monitor the concrete properly and look for signs of problems. Further, the fresh concrete should be compacted adequately in order to mold within the forms and around the embedded items, and reinforced to eliminate the stone packet and honeycomb and entrapped air. So the vibration, either the internal or external, is most widely used the method for the consolidating concrete. Next, removal of formwork and curing of concrete slab. So the after finishing the slab, that is the pouring, compacting, finishing is the concrete suitable technique. It shall be the used to cure the concrete adequacy. So the slab curing method as the water cure. The concrete is flooded or ponded or mist sprayed. In addition to water retaining the method, which covering which like sand, canvas are used kept the slab surface wet continuously. Then chemical membrane and waterproof paper or plastic film seals. So regarding the curing, it is recommended to remove the formwork after 14 days. Next, types of slab. Different types of slab is there. One is the one-way slab on beams, one-way joint slab, grid slab, flat slab, two-way slab on beam, hollow core slab, then bubble deck slab, post-tension slab, pre-tension slab, precast slab, cantilever slab, composite slab, cable suspension slab, pitched roof slab, dome slab. So these are the various types of slabs. First we will discuss one-way slab on beams. So the one-way slab beams is nothing but is the cast institute method is used to construct the one-way slab on beam. It which involves the fixing of forms. It's followed with the installation of reinforcement and is finally pouring the fresh concrete. Next, ribbed slab. It consists the floor slab. Usually 50 to 100 mm thickness is supported by the reinforced ribs. So the ribs are usually is tapered and are uniformly spaced at the distance of the but not exceeding the 750 mm. So the ribs are supported or girded in the rest on the columns. Next, grid slab. The grid slab is the type of the reinforcement concrete slab that is contain the square grid with the deep sides. So the grid slab is construction process is include the fixing forms, placement of pots on the shuttering, then installation of reinforcement between the pots, then installation of steel mesh on the top of the pots and pouring of concretes. Next, flat slab. This is the very typically in the reinforcement slab is supported directly by the columns or caps without use of beams. So this type of slab is generally easy to construct and they require little formwork. So the load are directly transferred to the columns. Next, two-way slab and beam. So the construct of this type of slab is similar to the one-way slab on the beam, but it may be need to more formwork since two-way slabs are supported in 4 directions. Next, hollow core slabs. So the hollow core slabs is known as voided slabs. So the hollow core is planked or simply a concrete plank is the precast slab of pre-stressed concrete is typically used in the construction of floors in multi-story apartment building. So during the transportation, the hollow core ribbed slab models are also harmed. So the supplying adequate connection between the prefabricated parts become the difficult. For small span, it is the no cost effective. It will be difficult to the restore and fortify. So the advantage of use of concrete hollow blocks is it is innovation in the building product. It is highly durable. One of the major advantage of concrete hollow block is highly durability. So the cost is effective, the construction speed is more, then it is the environmental friendly, then comfortable interior, then greater earthquake resistance. These are the very advantage for the hollow core slab. Next, bubble deck slabs. So the bubble deck is a regenerative method for the virtually eliminate the concrete from middle of the floor slab. It is not performing any structural functions. So thereby dramatically they reduce the structural dead weight. So the bubble deck is based on the new patent the techniques, that it is the direct way of the linking air and steel. Next, post tension slab. The post tension slab are more popular slab. It's a type among the other types of slab due to their protectivity in the connections. So the design and the construction of post tension slab are somewhat different from the other slabs. Mainly there are two types of post tension slab. It placing the to conduct the cast into slab and carry out the post tensioning after the concrete get hard. So the cast concrete slab panel and it do the post tensioning. Some of the advantage of post tensioning slab is the slab space can be increased is significantly compared to the normal reinforced slab. There is a no such increase the cost of which increase the span of the slab. So the few beams are more favorable for the service as well as the to maintain the floor to floor heights. So the use of precast slab panels, it's reduced the construction time. Some of the aspect is considered in the design of post tension slab. It's a different types. Generally the slab weight is balanced by the upward thrust applied by the post tension cables are done in the design. So the increase the span techniques as higher thickness of the slab like the normal slab. Through the post tensioning is done, we need to provide the certain amount reinforcement of slab to control the cracking. Next, pre-tension slab. Pre-tension slab are used the bridge and the slab construction. It is the it is required to the beam placed at the regular interval to support the pre-tension slabs. So these slabs the type of more efficient construction element and reduce the construction time significantly. So the regular size of slab panel is cast and they are placed on the beam placed at the regular interval. So the beams could be reinforced concrete beam, precast beam or post tensioning beams. Next, precast slab. Precast construction is similar to the previous discussed the pre-tension slabs. In this method, we construct the reinforced concrete slab panel and place them on the beam placed at the regular spacing. So the precast slab panel, it cannot be spanned like post tension slab or precast slab. Next, cantilever slab. The most common type of slab construction in the building. So there seems no building without the cantilever slab. Generally the slab is extended beyond the beam or support with the without support on opposite edge of the slab. It is the called cantilever slab. So in these slab types load is transferred in the one way and only to the support. So the this cantilever design, it could also refer the further information on the design. Next, composite slab. Composite slab are constructed mainly in steel building. When we it's required the concrete floor in steel building, construction of composite slab are done. So the composite slab is completely different from the slab type like the reinforcement slab. Then some of the special features are as follows. Composite action of the concrete and steel will carry the loads. So the decking the sheet is normally used the formwork of the concrete slab too. So whether the where the required by the design sports or the used during the concrete. So the composite slab are spanned or single direction like one-way slabs. So the decking sheet act at the bottom of reinforcement. So the bottom of reinforcement is provided where required by the design. So generally the bottom of reinforcement is provided in the improve the fire resistance. Then hogging reinforcement and cracking control reinforcement are provided, and shear stud are provided to get the composite action of the beams. Next, cable suspension slab. These are the slab that are the supported and suspension cable. So they are the suspension bridges. So the slab is supported by the steel structure, hangs by the high tensile strength cables. So these bridges are not common and they are constructed on special occasion where we can more support and other bridges. Then suspension bridge mostly construction across the river. Next pitched roof slab. So the use of reinforcement concrete slab is the type to cover the building. It is not common and new to the constructions. So there are the old and the new structures. However, the construction of pitched roof is challenging due to the nature of the structure. So the pouring concrete in the sloping direction and working there is bit difficult. So further the tying reinforcement also is very challenging. So it is the common practice use the low slump concrete for the concrete pouring. In addition, higher attention it shall be made to the thermal cracking of the concrete. It's providing the adequate reinforcement to resist the cracking in the immature concrete, and during the service is must to avoid the water leakage through the roof if it is not further covered with the roofing sheet. In addition, the it shall be the made to the curing of the concrete. Next, dome slab. So the dome slab are very special slab type where the design and the construction are very challenging. So they are the mostly constructed in the structure where the aesthetic appearance of the dome is important and religious place. So the nature of structure is create the difficulty in the construction. So the curved shape is make it very difficult for the execution of process. So the compute the 8 software is used to the design of dome structure most of the times. Thank you. Next topic we will discuss in next session. Thank you.